We've just finished reading selection from James Cone's book, The Cross and the Lynching Tree. And next we're going to begin selection from Cone's book, Said I Wasn't Going to Tell Nobody. And then after that, we're going to move on to a book by James Baldwin. I'm just beginning my education in this, education which I'm so embarrassed by. I've been rereading these books, but there's so much more to know and to learn. And so I'm giving a little bonus material right now as I reflect a little bit about what we've been reading. And I hope that you've been listening to the readings in their entirety, though they are longer and sometimes painful, disturbing, heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching, and horrific. And I sit here and I think, my gosh, white people, what the frick, man? I mean, my gosh. I can't believe that the black people of our nation have not risen up and kicked our tails. I can't believe that they have not risen up in violent protest and revolt. Knowing the history, knowing what we've done, knowing the violence that we have perpetrated upon them, and the system we have set up. We should thank our lucky stars that we can even sleep at night, because they've got every right to be so angry at us. Every right. And what I continue to read again and again and again in DuBois and Cone and Baldwin, as I just continue and get on this journey, and Cornell and others, Brother West, is love. Is knowing what the reality is, knowing the truth of racism. We must find our way forward, not in vengeance and hate, but in love and reconciliation and finding our way forward. And that would not be, in my opinion, how most white people would react. Because we're so used to getting our way. Man, if someone did that to us, now I'm going to speak of me. If someone did that to me right now, and I heard that, it would be no holes barred, man. We are going after people full force, and we're going to take them down. In fact, that's the kind of rhetoric I hear in Washington right now. That's not the country we are, not the country I want to be. But we read these things, and of the sin of racism and the sin of white supremacy. Again and again, when I read these words of wisdom and holiness, awful, but we must rise above in faith and love. Rise above in faith and love until we are all free. Until we're free. I mean, I'm going to read again just some of the final words of James Cone. And I knew James, and man, James was an intense man. He was intense at his core. And he had been hurt. And he knew the scars and the power of racism and violence and hatred. And he was mad and he was hurt. And man, he came and he was going to preach it and was going to do it. Because the world can't stay the same. But this is still what he says again and again and again and again. We are bound together in America by faith and tragedy. All hatred we have expressed toward one another cannot destroy the profound mutual love and solidarity that deeply flow between us. The mutual love, the profound love that flows between us must be sustained, he says. It cannot be destroyed. We are made brothers and sisters by the blood of the lynching tree, by the blood of sexual union, by the blood of the cross of Jesus. And no gulf between blacks and whites is too great to overcome. For our beauty is more enduring than our brutality. What God joined together, no one can tear apart. We need to hear those words. We need to move forward. And we need to repent, and find a way to bridge that gap, to make amends, reconcile, and forgiveness, redemption, renewal, and find our way forward. I hope you will continue on this journey with me, that together we find our way forward, united with our black sisters and brothers in a new and wonderfully profound way in God's love. Peace and blessings on the way.